I press the button.
Okay. Our bed knife grinder has obviously two grinding heads, one for the top face, one for the front face, and you can control the angles individually. I've got it set at about 8 and 8. The book calls for this to be about 5 and 5, but I'd like to go a couple more because I can't guarantee my angle according to my dial here is perfect to the world. Okay? So I'm going to go a couple more just for good measure. So bed knife, I've got a rail and a point, and we've already set that up with the dial indicator. This rail and that point constitutes a plane. So we've already set this with our grinding head comes back and forth. We've already checked it with a dial indicator, and it's traveling back and forth within a 1/2 of an inch of being perfectly parallel with the track shafts. Mount, go ahead.
You set your 8 degrees.
Oh, right there.
Oh.
There's a hash mark, and this table is rotating. That's in and out, this is up and down. Okay? About it.
Now, wouldn't 8 wear faster than 5?
No.
It would be better if you were
Or just dull any faster?
No, it doesn't.
from the end there.
What it's going to do is, you need relief. This is basic 101. You need relief.
You wanna run it now?
To discharge the grass. And
Because I'll pay more attention to running than I will what we're doing.
okay, and I'm going to be and this is a used bed knife, and you can see I've glued it. Okay. I'm going to take my first grind,
I'm thinking I'm gonna
and
go
I
with that.
use bed knife. The rule of thumb is I want to grind from the back of the top face forward. I don't want to match the angle now because it's already wore out or wore down.
Are we in your way?
So I'm going to pull this back and this up.
So it doesn't actually shave it all at once?
I'm going to go in stages. So I want the flat part of the bottom of the bed knife to ride on this rail, and there's, you see a lip on the bottom. I want to stay away from it. And there's a point on here. I don't want the point in a bed knife screw hole.
It's out towards the front.
Okay, stay away from that.
You just want it resting
Okay.
flat. See, right now I'm in a hole here. So I get out of that hole.
Oh, yeah, you got all those screws.
So I'm right about there. Bring the rear fence up. And what I'll do is same principle as the real grinder, tighten the left side first and clamp this side. These are my clamps, and I want to clamp down directly over the support points. Oh, really lucky I hit a screw hole there, which is fine. But over here I'm not. You see I'm on the bias. That's why we came up with these right angle brackets. We'll use those instead. So what we'll do is, if I was to clamp this down, it'll probably roll the bed knife. Okay. We came up with these clamps, come straight out, keep it at a right angle, come down on the top, give it a couple of turns. Here's the other one. And you can use these to adjust for different size bed knife vacuums. Okay, let me pull this away. Go down, pull this out.
The stone itself, I'm not sure that we would dress the stone.
Well, we'll just do the setup and start, and then we'll dress it.
Okay. Missed that one.
It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm going to go in a little further to overcompensate for that. I'll go into
So
there.
if you do an 8 degree on here, you want the bottom of your stone to kind of be dressed at 8
At flat.
flat this way.
Yeah, just perfectly
Not
flat.
this way.
No, because our angle, if that's flat on the bottom, our 8 degrees is back. I'm just gonna go through the setup right now, make sure I miss everything, come across. Now I'm kind of locked in. What I do is I lock one backing bolt, I'll lock it into place. If I was to move this bed knife back and forth, it's gonna pivot at this point. So what I'll do is I'll come right at the pivot point and come in and just give it a light scratch. And all I can do right now.
Oh, you're doing the face first.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing the face, this is a setup. So the setup is
Paralleling front to back and up and down. So he's doing front to back.
So I'm touching there, I just brought it into where I scratch. Now if I come this way,
Well, you're a few thousandths off there.
I'm not there. So what I'm gonna do is I started here, and here's my other support point. And what I'm gonna do is loosen this up a little and loosen this up just a little. And I'm gonna screw out, I'm gonna push the bed knife towards the stone to where I scratch about the same. And I'm just gonna double check everything. Hitting a little heavier there. So what I'm gonna do is
So
I'm
you're
gonna,
just grinding with the front edge of that stone then?
actually,
You're just gonna use this end?
yeah, just the one side.
Right.
Yeah, you don't wanna
So
run.
it's gonna always be angled backwards?
And it's at the angle is right here. There's a shim here, so we've jacked the motor. This one's jacked this way. We're grinding off of this side. We're not grinding off of both
Angle
sides.
this one.
Do what now?
You're gonna angle the face down?
It is angled already.
It's already
Yeah,
angled.
but how did you set that angle?
Same thing, only the opposite. Loosen it up and I can rotate it around.
Oh.
This the numbers over here. You see the numbers
So
on
you're
your side.
loosening.
There's a set screw.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
There's two set screws. There's one on the top and 180 degrees
You gotta
behind.
do them both.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Usually you get one that's kind of snug, loosen the top one and you can force it around. I mean, all there is to setting is you just loosen it and then you can, gotta do the other one.
It's raining.
Yeah, we're supposed to for a couple more days.
That's kind of depressing.
And then get sunny.
Here, I can set my angle all I want to. So I'm gonna go to about 8 degrees, somewhere in there.
But this grill learning is exciting. Bed knifing, beautimous.
What's the most important point on the golf course?
The way the grass looks when you're done.
Well, that's not one point, but you're close.
No, it's
What's the
ball
most
goes
important point
across
on that
the
whole
back.
entire golf
A
course?
happy golfer.
That's your guess?
I would say how smooth the ball goes. on the
That's your guess?
Okay.
George, do you know?
The most important thing on a golf course. I think keeping the customer happy is
Where the reel meets the bed knife and how it cuts the grass. That's more closer to you. If you're pinching grass and you're pulling it,
Be
and
very smooth.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen, you're gonna bruise the tip of the blade, it's gonna give you a white or brown tinge.
Yeah, the
And
grass.
if your reel to bed knife is not set perfect and you don't get a good quality of cut,
All
customer
of those-
comes out and the grains are rough, it all starts with the reel to bed knife adjustment. If I can cut grass cleanly, all the way, everywhere, the customer usually has a good impression of the golf course. If he has a bad impression, chances are he'll never come back. So,
Got it, Rich. You gotta have that smooth, good cut grass, man.
That's
That
right.
ball goes nice straight line into the hole. If it was me golfing, I'd say it's my fault. I couldn't hit straight.
okay. So I'm gonna back this off just a hair. Loosen that up. It's pretty close. I'm happy. What we don't know is what's happened to this front. This is a used bed knife. we're trying to resurrect it. We don't know if anybody's front faced it, if so, how much, what we've hit. We don't know if it's manufactured properly. When I say that, everything is centered or indexed in the manufacturing process of the backing bar, and where the bed knife sits is off the bed knife mounting. So you draw an imaginary line through the center, and you want the optimum, the most preferred choice is these screw holes should be in line with that imaginary center line through the bolts. So the distance here should be the distance here. And likewise, if we mount it in the frame, we mount it with the mounting bolt, so the distance in the center line of this bolt should be equal here as it is here. 90 degrees, box construction, everything's parallel. Toro's fudge factor is 5 to 6,000. Okay, well, how are you going to measure that? In this type of system, which in everybody's system, you can't. You can't measure this distance accurately with this distance, or you can't measure this distance. And I'd say 99% of the golf courses, 95% of the golf courses do this. They rely on a touch-touch relationship. But you hope that you're close here, and this distance is close to this distance. Because that's how it mounts, and that's where it comes up. Okay?
So can you put something in there with a hole in the center and measure?
Yeah, you probably could. It's a
would it
little
be
more
worth the
engineering, but for right now, this is what we got.
Touch and hope.
Our new bed knife grinder, yes, we can. We actually mount it off of those mounting bolts. We put shoulder bolts in here, and this line is parallel with a fixed point, which is the travel of the stone. And in some cases, you'll grind heavy on one side and nothing on the other side. So be it. That's out of parallel. But right now, this is all we got. All right. So I'm going to back this off. I'll bring the stone down a little bit.
So we're gonna do both faces at the same time?
Yes, we are.
Are we hitting this screw down here?
Yeah, we are. That was high.
That's not big.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, now we're ready to go. We're gonna latch our carriage. Oh, it is latched, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start,
Pushing buttons?
start pushing buttons, everything hooked up.
Hold on, is the air turned on? See if the air is actually plugged in down there?
No, it's not.
Or if it's just dangling.
Where do we plug it in at?
I think you actually need to come from back
Here,
here.
come from the back side. and
Oh, I
there's
see
a
it right down
filter
there.
regulator.
Yeah. Can you reach it, or you want me to do it?
No. You got
No, what, you can't reach it or you don't?
There's
That
something
air, it
happening.
moves.
All right.
Feel safe in there.
Yeah, we're good.
So this is gonna spray coolant down there, hopefully.
Yeah. Bottomless air cylinder, the same thing, we can control the discharge there, which controls our speed. Open the valve, let more air out, and go faster. Same way with the left-hand side. If we get aggressive, I want to go faster. If I'm just tickling, I can go slower. Start off, I want both about the same speed. And what I'm going to do is turn this one off. We don't need it. Is there any liquid in here, George?
There was liquid. I kicked it yesterday. I didn't
Oh,
open it.
it's pretty cool.
Okay.
It was on my list to make sure it was working, and I didn't make that.
getting the moisture out of it?
No, but that's okay, we can do it without, we got air coming out, so I'm good.
Why is it paused like that?
Anytime there's a pause or hesitation, there's just, remember what I said about the air?
Yeah.
So you got a horseshoe cleaner here, so and a support, so we're hitting the tube. So what we're gonna do is where's my bag and my Allen's rib.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, man, that's it now. I need to use my bag. Need like a 7/16.
Yeah, it's just in the center roller.
Can we just flex the bottom out a little bit, or is it?
No, I'm just gonna readjust down here. See it hitting?
It's not coming out. We'll know if you roll it.
Stop it.
You want me to stop it?
Nope.
We're supposed to stick our fingers in front of it. Maybe a small bit.
Oh, yeah. Here, is this an air? Is this our air here? Let's turn it up. Oh, maybe I was doing the wrong one. There we go, there we go. Turn the liquid off. Yeah, turn that, I was using the wrong one. The rule of thumb is if it puddles and drips down the bottom, it's too much. It's an evaporative, so what I'll do is I'll turn the air down just to here. Just open up the valve, and what I want is for a little bit of liquid to come out, and it looks like I'll open it up a little bit more. Oh, that's too much. Maybe coming out. Open up just a fraction there. Now it's coming right here.
Oh, yeah, good.
I want my finger to be sweating. It's building up because there's no heat. No, we don't want it very wet.
Okay.
If we go really aggressive, yeah, I want it wet. We'll start off with that.
Yeah, it's pretty dry.
Use my finger to that. So let's just leave it right there. Okay. What I do is it's traveling. There are stops, but not on this particular unit. So we'll just go to full length. It doesn't matter. Can't do anything about it. So I'm going to start the top face and get it grinding, and then I'll come to the bottom, to the front face. So I'm going to turn the left motor on, wait till I pass.
Ooh, look at this left.
If you have a cone-shaped reel, this is typical. This is where the end of the reel is. Right.
This is from the first one, and it was cone shaped.
It was what now?
It was cone shaped, the first reel.
Once I get it going, now I can turn the right motor on the front face. You feel that? Wait till it gets- way, you'll deposit liquid and it'll evaporate. Put up the evaporative cooler, what that is. That one should be in the center, though, right? In the center. As we spark out, it's going to cool down there. So I'm going to go back to that, blow it off, and just finish off with the top face. Cooling just makes it stand out. And then the Bedknife is done. We still got a little blue right there.
Each pass it gets a there it's almost. So now it's virtually done. Now we want to spark out. Still a little warm. Look in this screen here, computer screen, camera screen. See the white line there? It's like there's actually a little bit of a front roundness instead of that square edge. And it's gone. If I move it over, right here on the
Right
end.
there, you can see it. Okay. So what I'm going to do, you guys see what I see?
Right on the very front cutting edge, there was a round, shiny white line.
Yeah.
Now it's almost gone now. A little bit. Now there's that rounded edge that when it's gone,
Right there.
it'll disappear. Yeah, right there. So he's going to take the front face off, go in a little bit more. So we get rid of it either by taking the front in or the top down.
fast. Okay. If you'll look at the top face of that bed knife, you start to see some markings. See those little striations right there,
Yeah.
little black color?
That's from there.
That's the stone loading up, glazing, and kind of making burn marks. So we got to get rid of that. So what I'm gonna
We use a
do?
different stone?
No, I should have done this before, but I can do it. I can do it.
Oh, facing or
And we're
True
gonna
in the
dress.
stone?
We're gonna
Dressing?
dress the stone.
dressing stone.
And then what I'll do is I think I can do this without
So
damaging.
the stone wouldn't eliminate that in the first
No,
place?
because it's loading up with trash
Yeah.
and it's burning and leaving that.
So
I
it's
don't
oxide
know
to
whether
the
I can
crop.
do it or not. I don't know if I can get it clean.
Oh, I see. You're trying to get down to that.
Without hitting the bed knife.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna.
All right. I'm not gonna chance it.
So you dress the stone on that little thing?
All right. That's a
Little
diamond.
Diamond tip.
Oh,
It's a diamond
yeah.
tip, too.
Don't steal it, because you'll never get rich on stealing those little
Oh.
cheap old diamonds.
It does show diamond.
Okay, you can feel the temp.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cooled down a lot. You gotta watch out for that edge because it'll.
Wow, so you're
Yeah,
skin right off.
don't. That's my fingernail. Don't go sideways. Just feel it this way, or put your. Actually, there's a little bit of a round to it.
Some places it's pretty good.
But I'm gonna dress that stone and true it up.
Get it ready for the ball.
Rich is winning today.
Trying to do
At a
it without
PG-13
changing the
level.
angle.
We're gonna put glass slippers on it.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Watch your eyeballs, because stuff's gonna.
That's why I put my safety glasses on.
Stuff
Yeah.
flies everywhere.
So what I'm gonna do is unlatch it and just go back and forth. We're cutting on one side
Kinda like
of
the
the
way I
blade
did my
of
belt
the
grinder.
stone. We dress it on the
Yes,
opposite
that's
end, okay? Don't go all the way across, because this side is lower than this side. So if I just barely touch here, by the time I get over there, it's nasty.
So don't do it on the side that normally grinds, do it on the opposite.
Right.
Okay.
And
That's
like
what I
this-
was trying to figure
This
out.
this side is at an angle like this, so we dress it on the opposite side we're cutting on. Okay, and all we're doing is back and forth, and then infeeding a little bit. Here we go. Down just a little. Nice, smooth. Wait till it stops. And I want you to get up underneath and look, and you'll see a difference in color until it comes to a complete stop. Yeah, now you can get your, just get your head down in there and look up.
He's gotta get his glasses
Look
on.
underneath.
I know, but he stands right there, so.
See where I'm grinding, where I'm not grinding?
Yeah, that's dark and light, okay.
The light is the clean and the dark is the,
Dirty.
So out to the edge you didn't.
I want you to see the difference.
Oh, you wanna do it more.
I'm gonna do it more, yeah. Go ahead and pass it on. Or you grab a mirror.
Oh, that's a better idea. Here, Rich.
I can't see if you guys don't do that.
Come there.
Oh, I can see pretty good.
Yeah, but I can't see in the camera.
Oh, lights, camera, action. Can you see that?
Yep. So
See that ring around the collar?
we have a light and then a black, dark ring and then dark.
Black is the undressed.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
only
the-
like
the
halfway
dark-
across.
Yeah, I'm more than halfway across, actually.
Oh, he's got a cool one with a light. Damn.
Oh, watch me, I'm gonna turn the whole thing upside down and I'll hold it up.
Okay.
In the camera.
You playing the game of top
backwards.
that?
Looks like
I'm gonna sit here
Yeah.
and watch it. I'll kill yourselves over it.
I got an extendable flashlight with the mirror
Oh,
that
yeah.
claps on the end of it.
That pink, that light colored pink, that's the part.
It's like a light colored and a
Yeah.
real dark color.
Right.
And that dark color,
Is the glazing?
you can, no, I know what it looks like. But if I was, when I first started, if I was to put my hand here, it just kind of rolls
So
up.
if you didn't clean it, all that
Yeah, so
crap is
I'm
pulled in.
grinding off on the inside diameter to the out.
But you were
And you
coming
wanna-
all the way out,
But I wasn't hitting the dark.
so the dark was rounded up.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Right.
So you want it to have a true 90
And you want it
edge
to
when
be
you're done?
I
flat.
wanted a flat edge and I don't want to see any dark on that.
Right.
And where that dark comes from is as I come onto the bed knife, that corner hits.
Yeah.
Greensmoors with the tournament knives are notorious. That bed knife, when the
Folding.
stone comes on, will flex down and then come back up. And you'll always finish off on the middle part of the bed knife first, and then the two ends will be the last. Because it'll flex down and up as you go off. And come back on, this way it'll flex down and back up, grind evenly, and then this kind of flexes down and up. So that little bit of flexing makes the middle part done, but I still have some to do on the
So
very
why
edge.
don't you put a support bar under it when you're grinding? Keep it from
Oh, you
flexing.
got mad at us.
It's the ends that flex. So you'd have to have two
Propped
support
up 2 by
bars.
4s under it and stuffed
So,
so tennis balls through it.
Wouldn't
Turn
you
it green.
hold it up
It's
there?
just the edge, just the
Yeah.
very corner. So just go down and ever so slightly. Okay. I'm
Talk
gonna
about
finish
getting in
off.
trouble.
Watch your eyeballs. There, I can't see it.
One of those over there.
Huh?
Press that stone.
What's that?
Can you see it?
Chainsaw.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, you want this one.
I'm gonna rotate it and make it light. We're gonna call it. I'm gonna stick my hand in there until it quits.
I stuck that finger in a grinder before.
Where's the bed knife and we'll put it back.
So every time I hear a grinding wheel fire up, I cringe. Start the present. Cringe.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do this, let's put these in the center, okay. Now, there's no way you're gonna get it in the exact same position we had it before. So we gotta do basically a whole new
New
setup.
setup? Yeah.
Now, I'm in the hole, I'm out of the hole, okay? And these go over the arms here, right straight out from the post. Pinch it and it goes up, down. Just when you go down, bring it up, and then go down. There you go. Now just give it a couple little quick turns. No, that's good. What we don't want is just a rock in there. And I just call it wrist rock. It's pretty solid. Now, if I just didn't use these brackets and went directly on the bias, it would rock. That's for a different size. That's for something else.
a different size over there.
There it is.
This is what we used to use. We used to give guys these. This is for a different bed knife. Every bed knife's different. They may be less.
Yeah,
or
we got more sizes over here.
more size, but this is what it used to be for a certain style of bed knife. But it's the same principle, but this makes more sense. So we're putting equal pressure down on the back and the front, and it won't rock. Okay, let me bring this up
So how often would you dress your stone?
as needed.
So just kind of every now and then glance up under there and look at it?
What's this?
That's his fingernail.
No, it was.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
Your fingernail. That was my fingernail.
No, that's his. I watched him do it.
Oh, grease.
I'm good for fingernails.
So every now and then you take a mirror and look under there, or get a flashlight and look,
Yeah.
see how black it is.
Stick my
Or
head
if you
down
just see the lines on here, you know it's.
You can also tell by the amount of discharge. I want to see the 4th of July coming off of there. But I hope you noticed the spark. I should have brought it out. It was just a little
Oh, it's
spark,
decreased.
kind of a certain color, and it only went so far.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Okay, when we do it this time, we're going to have a fantail out here, and it's going to be brilliant.
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 Like more white.
Like Sparky, eh? He's Sparky.
Okay.
So are you lining up with this inside edge, or are you going just slightly past it?
I'm going a little bit past it. But see, this bed knife is basically wore out. You need a new bed knife on this.
See, they used to be higher than this.
It used to come up with a valley.
Yeah,
Right. In fact, it used to come up almost 1/4 inch.
Oh, our valley's gone, isn't it?
It's gone.
it's totally gone.
I gotta run down and grab my car.
Okay.
Just stop this thing.
Would you like a ride?
When this done here, stop it.
Running's kind of tiring.
He's
I gotta
getting,
run to the right to get to the right.
Okay, well, see you in a bit. If we're not here, we left.
you know how to stop it?
Yep. It's that big round button in the back.
Right there in the center, just
Right,
hit
yep.
it. Go. Are you gonna stand here and do it?
Oh, what, are you guys ready to start?
I guess when he said when it stops or when he stops?
We're pretty
know what
lucky.
he
I'm
just
not gonna
said.
touch the front face. I'm just gonna do the finish off.
Well, something stops, push the button. Is it picking us up talking this nonsense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this bed knife is toast, so it's just practice is what this is.
If it's worn down too low, you're gonna start getting back into here.
Yep. But really, all I wanna do right now is spark out.
So would we actually want to keep using that bed knife?
No. For grinding, teaching purposes, yes.
Well, I know we're still on one of our machines.
No, well, then we'll put it.
We probably wouldn't want to use it.
No, no. Okay, where's
Why wouldn't we want to use
So
it
when we
again?
change this bed knife out, will we have to change the other?
It usually rises like
knives out?
that
Should.
and then goes flat.
Well,
Keep them all
And
equal?
goes
We'll
down.
see- we'll
Well,
see how this
clear
comes
down to
out.
where it starts rising, it's already down there.
All right, I did this before and I blued it. I've got this set at my particular angle, but this surface was wore at an angle, so it wasn't a true whatever degree I
It
had.
was giving us a false reading.
It's giving us a false reading, so now I'm just gonna make a light pass and see where we're at now.
George's gonna be happy when he knows we need a new bed. Well, we can just change the knife, we don't need to get it in back.
Right.
But
Okay,
those screws don't come out very good.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna start this.
Not on the one I tried.
That's why you gotta have the impact driver.
Before we started from the back forward, but there was a certain angle on the bed knife. We got rid of that angle and got a true surface. Now look where we're grinding. We're grinding in front. So this is more of a true angle. So now I'm just gonna let this spark out, because if I'm not grinding back here, it's lower than what I'm grinding here.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't need to grind that anymore. All I want to do is spark out. Because this right there is where we cut grass. Carriage, now we can close this. I am off. That's the hardest part. Yeah, that's my 4th of July. We're talking about 3,000 difference, so I just took it away. There's still a little glue back there. So we're just gonna let it start. But there's no heat, so the moisture is just evaporating. Unfortunately, this is like watching the campfire.